Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and want to talk about a minimalist, and I think uh, I may be one. Um, the It all started this trip that I just came back from. One of the people that I talked to uh, referred to me as a minimalist, and I'm and he was going to go through the process of being a minimalist, and the the reason why I say that it for me, I thought it's not me, but the way he was talking, he was describing me, and uh, he was asking me questions, and these are some of the stuff that I want to talk about here, and now, the thing is, he's got an RV bigger than mine. He's got a pickup, and he's going to get a bigger pickup. And he's got stuff. Now, this guy's in his 40s. He's single. And, uh, well, if you didn't have to, having a wife and kids cost money. And that's why I don't have any money, or I didn't have money before, and because it costs, and he didn't have this expense, and so now he's got a lot of money, and but he realizes with this inflation and the crazy stuff that's going on now here in the States, he's concerned, and now, and he's thinking now, about, well, all the stuff that he's got, and he's got money so he can get more stuff. But the thing was, now, uh, first, I used to have a lot of stuff, and then when you have the family, you need stuff to take care of the family, so you have all this stuff. And then, I say by the time I was, what, 40, 41, I didn't have any more kids. They were off in school, in college. And so that, then I'm trying to figure out, okay, I got this big old house. What do I need this big old house for? And then one thing after another, we moved, and then we moved again. And each time I moved, well, if you ever moved, you find out you throw away a lot of stuff, get rid of stuff. And so uh, I moved, I think, three times in probably maybe 10 years. And that cut me down on a lot of stuff. And so, uh, and I didn't need all this stuff. I mean, all these tools I had to repair all the stuff around the house and stuff like that. Well, you get to the point you don't need all this stuff. And when you don't own the house, you don't own all this stuff. You don't need to repair all this stuff. So you don't need the tools. You don't need, I used to have a big old scrap pile of wood, a big old scrap pile of iron, because I was welding, I was woodworking, I was doing all this stuff. And but after a while, you just don't need it anymore. And and then, like I say, I'm the big move was when I moved down to Central America. And at that time, I was 50, I think 53, something like that, 52 maybe. And well, you know, down there, you can't do anything. I mean, there's people, you'll see people walking down the street carrying a saw, you know, hand saw, you know, and, or somebody with a weed eater, I mean, you pay, you need something hammered, you pay a guy that has a hammer to come, do this stuff. I mean, I couldn't even change light bulbs. My wife didn't want me to change light bulbs because we got people that do that stuff. We had the hotel, and so that's their job. So back to I didn't need stuff. And then what happens when you get to the point where you don't need all this stuff? I mean, I don't know. You can look around. Just look around you, and look at all this stuff, and you see, well, you got this, you got this, you got this. How much of it do you use, and how much of it you're storing? So uh, that'll tell you right real fast if you're getting to the point where you're going to be a minimalist. And like I say, when as you get, you could get to a point where you don't need a house. So then all you need is a small apartment, and then with that you don't need anything. Now, so like I say, so 52, I didn't need anything. By then, I stopped driving. Well, I wish I could say I stopped driving junk, but I didn't. I was driving junk, and but the thing was, I was living down Central America, and you need something fixed, you just pay somebody to fix it. I mean, it's dirt cheap, and so it's a lot cheaper to pay somebody than it would be to buy the tools, store the tools. Well, you need a place to put your tools, and I mean, it just gets complicated. So I started dwindling down to nothing, and then it got to the point where I was just driving a motorcycle only. And then when that's all you have is a motorcycle, you don't you don't need anything. If I can't haul it on a motorcycle, we don't need it. So uh, it it got really simple, and uh, and you'll and I hate to really go into it down there. People don't have anything because they don't make much money. They don't accumulate all this stuff, and but so I don't really want to get into all this stuff. Uh, and that's why I said before, United States is becoming a third world country, and that's what it's doing right now. And I've noticed you're finding more and more really poor people. The thing is, these poor people here aren't working. I mean, they're not carrying a saw. They're not looking for work. So it's something different that's going on. But anyway, uh, when I was down there on a motorcycle, I would go on trips. Uh, oh, maybe a month, up to 6 or 8 months. I'd be going on trips, and then when I left Central America, Mexico, and all that, I went to Asia, and then now I'm traveling with two um backpacks, and that's all I had, and that was plenty. I didn't need any more, and um, it's I've learned, like I say, how much clothes you need. You know what I mean? Now, I'm living in an RV. Okay, really, all I need now is two pair of shoes. I alternate my shoes, and that's bad. But I mean, so, and then clothes, I do wash once a week, and so I mean, how much clothes can you use in a week? And so, being a minimalist is not difficult for me now. And now I don't want anything. The things take up space. And then what do I need? I don't need anything. Now, so uh, but it takes time to learn. Get your mindset that you don't need this stuff. It takes time to do all this. But I had someone mention that, uh, well, you know, he says that gold and silver. He says he knows how to use gold and silver. And he says you look at the spot price and you know how much it is. And I think what he was talking about was the investing. Now, I don't know anything about investing. I don't have lots of money. I don't worry about investing. I just don't need it. Uh, Now, I do uh, get gold and silver, and I use gold and silver. I don't use it like cash. That's not that's not the way I do it. And I've got videos talking about how to use gold and silver. And I don't even use it to trade. Trade, you're just it's just another form of currency, and I don't even do that. I mean, and that's why you hear me talk about learning skills and having the tools to do the skills that you say you have. And that's what I do. I use my skills when I travel around. Um, and Now, when I'm not traveling, like I say, in the RV and, staying in somebody's house, but if I'm not, uh, like I say, I'm staying at somebody's house and they're not really charging me because I am using my skills. And, and, um, and then when you are nice to me and you're doing this stuff, what do? I give you gold and silver. You know what I mean? So do I care what the spot price is? No. Do I care how much it is? No, I don't. And that's why I try to tell people get stuff that you want, the gold and silver that you want. There's some stuff is you need to have it if you're buying it for an investment. It's better some stuff for investment than other stuff. But my stuff isn't for an investment. My stuff is cool stuff. And so when I give it, then people appreciate it. I've learned how to give it. And because I don't take anything for nothing. These places I stay, I don't just stay for nothing. There's, I normally I pay with skills plus gold and silver. Um, there's so so I get room and board, and then you mentioned weaponry, and it is, that's one of my skills, but I can't carry all the weapons that I need or use, so I don't worry about it. Wherever I'm at, the people I associate with do have weaponry. They don't have just 122 rifle. They've got other stuff. And like I say, so if need be, I use their stuff. And so there's being a minimalist is difficult if you don't know, you don't have the knowledge, and if you don't have gold and silver and the knowledge to use it, you don't have the skills, the knowledge to get skills, and you don't want to start getting skills later on in life. These are skills I picked up long, long time ago. And it's just through time I've been able to perfect them more and more. And these are the things that help me get through things. And so, and I say, I can travel any place in the world. I can even do it when I don't understand the language, and I'm still able to make this stuff happen. So you need to do things and learn. It takes time. And as I say, I've been traveling since the 80s out of the country. And so, you know, I've had time to practice it. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you and kind of try to clear the air on what a minimalness would be to me. Uh, I say it doesn't take much, and just look to see how much stuff you're storing, and that'll tell you you're not a minimalist. A minimalist doesn't have stuff stored. He doesn't need stuff stored. But anyway, I just thought I'd just kind of talk a little bit about that. This Mike, nostressmike.com.